Hi, and welcome to another pick a card reading. Today I am doing a reading with the Housewives Tarot. This is my first pick a card reading with this deck. I recently did a flip through of this one, so if you want to see all of the imagery, if you're interested in having this deck for yourself, definitely check out that video. I'll link it in the eye and in the description box. So today's pick a card reading is going to be about messages for February. And you can pick any of these piles intuitively. A little disclaimer for these kinds of readings. These are general readings. These are not made for you personally, specifically, because this is, like I said, a general tarot reading. So whichever pile you intuitively pick, not everything might resonate. Take out what resonates and leave the rest. Also, if none of these stick out to you, if you feel like you can't pick any of these piles intuitively, maybe this is not the reading for you. If there are multiple piles that are speaking to you, maybe you need to listen to both of those. I'm gonna go through the crystals that I have here. So for pile number one, I have this. Honestly, it's a mystery stone. If you saw my first pick a card reading, I told a story which I'll summarize briefly. This is a stone that I got from my aunt, my father's sister, when I was in Portugal. So my grandmother is from Portugal, the Azores, actually, Faial Horta. So yeah, this has very nostalgic meanings to me, and when I was picking these cards, I was thinking about my time on the island, and I don't know, just very nostalgic feelings. Then for pile number two, I have this clear quartz crystal, which was feeling very cleansing for me. The clear quartz crystal in your practice can substitute any other crystals. Very clearing, energetic, I would say, stone, or energy relieving almost, but also energy storing kind of stone. And then for pile number three, I have the carnelian, sorry, in Dutch it's carnel, carnelian crystal, which is used for motivation, and I associated with drive, very fiery, motivating energy for pile number three. So pick whatever pile resonates with you or is calling out to you, and I'll meet you at your timestamp. Hi, pile number one. This is your reading. You chose my nostalgic mystery stone. I love that for you. Let's see what messages I have for you for February. So in the Ten of Swords, I can immediately see that you have been so overwhelmed. So this could have a couple of reasons. Here in the Ace of Wands, I see more motivation, strikes of energies and ideas. So maybe you have been feeling like you should do more, like you have all these ideas, these creative energies flowing in your head, and you really want to do something with it. But at the same time, you're feeling very overwhelmed with everything that is going on, which is not crazy. I know that many people are feeling so overwhelmed right now. It really is a time of year to feel overwhelmed. So I'm really not surprised to see the Ten of Swords in one of these readings. And the Two of Cups could mean either that they are helping you. The Two of Cups here, it could be a partner, it could be a relationship, it could be a very good friend, maybe even a family member that you care deeply about, who you can kind of vent to about these overwhelming feelings that you're having, or maybe doubts that you're having. So the Two of Cups could either mean that they are somebody who can help you feel less overwhelmed, or at least help you vent about some things, or they could actually be the source of your overwhelmedness. I personally feel like it is more towards they're helping you. I feel like this is what you're feeling, this is the cause, and this is the solution, if that makes sense. So I'm definitely gonna want to pull more cards, but I'm feeling hella stressed vibes, and there are so many things that you feel like you want to do, or maybe that you feel like you have to do. We all have responsibilities, right? And sometimes those responsibilities can feel very, very overwhelming. I'm gonna scooch this over because I don't have much space in my frame. And I got the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card of taking a step back, which I think is actually amazing advice. If you are feeling incredibly overwhelmed right now, if you are feeling so many feelings or thinking so many thoughts, the Seven of Pentacles really is a card of taking a step back, looking at what you have achieved, looking at what your life is looking right now, kind of contemplating, is this what I'm happy with? Is there something that I want to change? What else is there in life for me? And the Fool is a very interesting card also to be pulled up, because the Fool is about new beginnings. Maybe all of these new ideas or all of these feelings of feeling overwhelmed are kind of making you wanna start all over. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this reading is calling me the hell out. Maybe you need to start over, you need to start fresh. I feel like you need something fresh, something, maybe even just something distracting. So you can see here the person in the Fool is shopping, or I don't know, they're holding expensive things and a wallet. So maybe you just need some distraction, whoa, I cannot speak, distractions to help you kind of get over this feeling of being overwhelmed. And then we have the Page of Cups. You can see here in this card that the Page of Cups is watering some sunflowers. So these sunflowers are starting to grow, and I feel like you have something. And since this is being pulled up next to the Ace of Wands, which to me is very much about new ideas and motivation, maybe you should put some emotion, put some thoughts, or maybe even action into those new ideas. I'm not necessarily saying that you need to give up the source of your Ten of Swords. Maybe that is your work right now. Don't necessarily give up on your work altogether, but find something, find a hobby, find something to kind of, like I said, distract you, to a hobby to help you relieve some stress. And a Nine of Cups, this is a very nice card to pull in your reading as well, because we have these feelings of being overwhelmed with the Ten of Swords. And here in Nine of Cups, we can kind of see, that is my dog in the background, if you can hear that. The Nine of Cups is a card of well-being, I would say. I would say the Nine of Cups is a card about sharing. In this case, cups is water related. So sharing emotions. I feel like all of your wishes, or so to say, will be fulfilled. Everything will be okay. I don't know if this is necessarily all just about February for you, because there is a lot going on, but I feel like this feeling of being overwhelmed has really been building up lately. And I think in these cards, they definitely tell the story of that it's important to have somebody to share your burdens with, to share your thoughts and your feelings with. Investing in a hobby, you don't have to invest with money. You can just find something that you love to do and put some effort in that, so you don't just have the thing that is making you feel overwhelmed. And everything will be fine, basically. So I want to pull a card from my daily crystal inspiration deck, because I've been really liking this deck, and I feel like it will go well with the Housewives Tarot deck. We have the tourmaline quartz, which says, get out of your own way. I definitely know what it feels like to feel overwhelmed and kind of be in your own head about it, and really just seeing the obstacles and not seeing any solutions or any way that it can get better. So you definitely have to get out of your own way and look at things to make your life better, basically. And I know that is sometimes is such an easy thing to say, and mental health issues are definitely, you know, a thing, and they are very serious. So if you do happen to be struggling with that, getting out of your own way, getting out of your own head is not an easy thing to do. And yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of therapy. And then we have the Azurite, get laser focused, which is actually an interesting card to pull, because I am pulling this over the hobby. So with the card that I associated with you needing to get a hobby, which isn't mean-spirited or anything, but I feel like if you are trying to make your career out of your hobby, because I know that is a thing that many people talk about on the internet right now, that the best thing to do is to make or kind of create a job around your hobby. But I actually don't think that is a good idea, because then your hobby turns into your job, into something that you have to do. This could be a very, very specific message for somebody watching, but it isn't always, I think, a good thing to do that, because you should have hobbies that are just for you, that you can just enjoy and that you can focus on without having this feeling that you need to do something with it, that you have to make money doing it. That isn't always necessary with hobbies. You are allowed to just have hobbies, be hobbies, and not try to make a job out of them, basically. I now want to pull a card for my Everyday Witch Oracle deck, because I feel like they always give very interesting advice. Here it says earth magic. So the element of earth is very grounding. So you have been feeling all up in your head, very overwhelming feelings, overwhelming thoughts. And I feel like it is a good idea for you to kind of ground yourself, maybe with some yoga, some meditation. Earth is actually also a very stabilizing element. So maybe you have been lacking stability in your life. Can relate to that too. Yeah, it says earth magic. If you personally don't practice, I don't think you should try to do that just because I pulled this card for you. But try to meditate, like I said. Try, if you are into yoga, maybe that could be a good grounding exercise for you. Kind of stand still. I actually like that I pulled this next to the Seven of Pentacles, which is also earth energy. And kind of taking a step back, grounding, looking at things realistically and from a stable point of view, I guess. And then last card that I want to pull, is fire magic. Also very interesting. There's not a lot of fire energy in this reading. We just have the Ace of Wands there. So I think this kind of tells me that there is something that you have been wanting to do, like in the Ace of Wands, many ideas, many motivations, just a lot of new ideas to get started on. And I feel like it could be a good thing for you to explore that, to look at the things that you are interested in doing. And I think that it goes well with the Page of Cups and the Fool here that I already talked about earlier. Yeah, this is gonna be your reading for you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are feeling well after this reading. I hope some of it resonated. Let me know in the comments down below if this resonated with you. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more tarot readings, pick a card readings, tarot flip throughs, all of that stuff. Stay safe, take care of yourself, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 2, you chose the clear quartz crystal. This is the reading for you. Let's see what messages we have for February. Ooh, okay, so the Eight of Swords definitely tells me that you are feeling trapped somewhere. This could be trapped in a relationship. This could be feeling trapped in your current job, in a friendship. Maybe your home situation isn't as great as you would like it to be, but there's something that you feel restricted in some way. This could even be with the COVID restrictions. There's a word for that. I'm sorry, English is not my first language. But with the COVID regulations is what I wanted to say. And you've been feeling restricted. And here in the Hermit, I see that you need to take some time for yourself. You see her bathing here with some soap and being all luxurious. You need some time for you. So this could be about a potential relationship that you are feeling restricted, or you have been in a very restrictive relationship where you felt trapped, and now is the time to look after yourself. The Lover's card could be a couple of things. It could either mean that this is indeed about a relationship or about a friendship. I personally don't think lovers are just about a relationship. It could also be about friendship, about business partners, something like that, co-workers even. And it is also about making a decision. There is something in your life that requires you to make a decision. Maybe it is trying to make the decision to look after yourself. If you haven't really been doing that, the Hermit is also a card about like I said, solitary. So being by yourself. That could mean that you already have been by yourself so often, and especially with the times that we're in right now, this could absolutely mean that you are feeling kind of alone, kind of lonely, and you don't like that you are being alone right now, and it's making you feel trapped inside your own house, and it could mean that the Lover's card indicates that a new relationship of some sort is on the way. Yeah, it could mean any of these things. I'm gonna pull another card to hopefully get a little bit more insight, because this could go all kinds of ways, and I am not really feeling what kind of way it is supposed to be going. Here is the Five of Wands, which is about kind of juggling many things, kind of trying to do all of the things. So the Five of Wands is definitely a card about struggling, maybe even competition, but that is not necessarily what I'm feeling here. I just feel like you're struggling, and me not even being able to find the words is maybe because you are struggling, you're not feeling your greatest, you are feeling trapped, and you don't really know why. And sometimes, honestly, you don't need to have a valid reason to feel this way. I'm gonna pull another card. The Seven of Cups is about distractions. Maybe you just need distractions. Or it's not just about distractions, it's also about a lot of options. So you have the option to look at this whatever way you want. This is very, very chaotic energy. Please bear with me for a second while I try to make this a little bit more cohesive. Okay, so we instantly get the Death card. You are struggling with feeling like you're trapped in some place, and things are gonna have to change. You are gonna have to look at your options to get out of this. You're gonna have to make some decisions to get out of this, and please look after yourself. The Hermit card is very much about some alone time, but also it is associated with the zodiac sign of Virgo, which is about analyzing. So try to be, I feel like your head is not really in the right space or in the right place right now, and you need to take a step back, analyze the situation, look at what your actual options are, and make a decision from there. It is okay to be struggling right now. I mean, aren't we all? And the Death card is it's not necessarily negative, but I think it definitely signifies that a change needs to be made. You need to put an end on how you are feeling right now, and you need to start over. You need to start something new. This Seven of Swords, very interesting. As you can see, they're having a conversation, talking about knives, I guess. And then there's somebody behind them who's gonna stab them in the back. And that could mean that there is somebody in your life that kind of has that backstabbing energy. It could also mean that you just need to be careful that not everybody in your life has your best interests in mind. I also want to pull this one, the Judgment card. And since we're looking here at a woman who is standing on the scale, this could either mean that you are currently struggling with your health, struggling with your weight, but because this is the Judgment card, and it is a woman standing on a scale and judging herself. You are judging yourself right now, and I feel like you are judging yourself way too hard for the situation that you are in. Yeah, maybe you have had a hand in being in the situation that you currently are, but that also means that you have a hand in getting out of it. Again, I think it's a matter of looking at your options, making the right decisions. Keep in mind your own self-care, your own well-being, and be very mindful of the people that are around you, that they might not necessarily actually stab you in the back, figuratively or literally for that matter. But there might be some people in your life that don't have your best intentions in mind, or they think they do, but they don't actually. And maybe that is what is making you feel trapped and restricted. So I'm now going to pull a card from the Daily Crystal Oracle deck, because I don't know, I did that for the last reading and I really like working with this deck. Whoa, was this wild reading? So we have Citrine, bringing the light. I think that is a really great sort of thing to keep in mind when you look at your options. There aren't only bad options for you, even though right now you might not be in the best headspace. There are definitely options for you out there to make you feel a little lighter, to maybe have, what do I want to say? Yeah, like I said, make you feel a little lighter, get some weight off of your shoulders. Here we have Chrysoprase. Allow yourself to receive. Definitely. This I want to say, allow yourself to receive. So allow yourself to give yourself something. Allow yourself to take care of yourself. You have been, like I said, feeling restricted. Maybe you have been doing a lot of work for somebody else, and it's time to do something for yourself. Time to look after yourself. Now I want to pull from the Everyday Witch Oracle deck. I get two cards immediately. It says Tears of Joy and Sadness, which could mean that you are currently in a situation where you would like to get out of it, but at the same time it's also bringing you joy. So the Lover's card is is associated with Gemini, which means kind of two sides, you know. So you are currently in a situation that maybe for your own well-being is better to get out of it, but it also feels like it is almost giving you some comfort of some sort. And then here I have the card of Give Love, which could, I don't know, I just really want to say give yourself some love. Practice some self-love, practice some self-care, and you are the creator of your own life. Of course, there are also always things in your life that you don't have control over, but most things in your life you do. And take control of the things that you can take control of. And I think you will be fine. So thank you so much for being here. This is your reading pile number 2. If you want to see more readings, definitely check out my channel. Would love for you to subscribe. And I hope you tune in next time. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Let's see what messages you need to hear for February. Ooh, so this is very interesting. We have the Devil card, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. As you can see here, it is a cake with devil's ears and pretty legs. So this basically talks about distractions and there being things in your life that you are being distracted from. And since we have the Ten of Cups here, this is basically what your ideal life would be like. So your end game, so to speak. Well, the Sun is more about innocence and more childlike feelings, childlike behavior almost. The Sun also signifies your own happiness, and I feel like, because the Devil is literally in the middle, so your happiness and your end game, there's something blocking it, and it is whatever distraction that it is for you. So that could be a person, it could be a job, it could be whatever. There's something that is distracting you from your happiness and your end game, your ideal life, your goals, your dreams, your dream life, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like these cards are telling you to get rid of that distraction, or if you are not aware of what the distraction is, to kind of take a step back and look at what it could be. What could the distraction in your life be right now? What is the thing that is keeping you from celebrating your life, celebrating your end game? What is keeping you from being truly happy and from being the best person that you can be? We have the Magician. Ooh, so I think it's very interesting that this comes up with the Devil card in between the Sun and the Devil card, because usually the Magician is somebody that has all the tools in their belt, so to speak, to make great things happen. So the Magician could signify that you do have all of the things to create your own happiness, to do the thing that you want to do. Maybe you don't realize it yet. But it could also be because in this card, the Magician is some slicky, sneaky, I don't know, washing machine salesman. It could also mean that the Devil is an actual person, somebody who is trying to make it seem like they have your best interest in mind, but maybe they actually don't. Two cards popped out. So I have the Chariot and I have the Ten of Pentacles, which I actually want to pull right here, right now. So the Chariot is about a journey. You probably have been on a journey. You have been working very hard. I can see that here in the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups is about completion, about like I've been saying that, about, I don't know, end game keeps popping in my head. And with the Ten of Pentacles, you have, again, completion, but maybe in more financial kind of state. What would your ideal life look like? And I feel like you have been on this journey for a long time. That could mean that you have been working a lot. Maybe you have been in school for a long time, and you are finally in a place where you are more financially stable, or you are almost there. You are working towards getting more financially stable. And I feel like the only thing that is left to do for you right now is to recognize what the actual distraction in your life is, to make amazing things happen for yourself. Here we have the Five of Swords. So in this card, you can see a lot of scissors being used to, I guess, to create this dress. And you cannot do everything by yourself. So the Five of Swords is definitely a card of trying to accept your own limitations. So maybe the Devil card, the thing that is standing in your way is you thinking you are supposed to do everything, when really that is just not realistic. You need to know your own limitations. You need to know what it is that you can do, because you can already do so much. The Magician card says so. It is the card of having everything that you need to create your own success, to do the thing. And the Five of Swords is telling me that you are having doubts about yourself, and you need to realize your own limitations and not in a bad way, but in a way to kind of free yourself and to go about your happiness. So here I have the hematite, ground yourself, be a little bit more forgiving with yourself, I want to say, be a little bit good for yourself, because you have worked so hard for you to be where you are right now, and I feel like you need to stop for a little bit because the sun is giving me very fiery energy, and I feel like you need some of that earth energy. Grounding always reminds me, I always associate it with earth energy. You need to ground yourself a little bit, and kind of look at what it is that you have, what it is that you can do. And the Malachi says it's time to transform, which I would kind of say that it is time to go from what you are feeling right now to basically living your best life, to living your 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles best life. I think that it is definitely happening for you, and I feel like February is gonna be a month for you where you are gonna make giant steps. I know February is the shortest month of the year, but I feel like it's gonna be a good month for you. We have the affirmation for healing the heart. If you are personally somebody who is into actually practicing magic, witchcraft, whatever it is that you are practicing, maybe it's a good thing to look at your heart and healing. Is there something in your life recently that has been keeping you from, like I said, feeling truly happy? Was there a heartbreak? Was there anyone that you lost? Are you feeling like you are losing somebody right now? Is that the distraction? Because you can definitely do the thing while still healing. You don't have to put your life on hold to go on with pursuing your own happiness. You don't have to feel guilty about that towards anybody else, if anybody else in your life is struggling right now, because we are all struggling. And just this could be a very specific message for somebody, or but you don't now I lost my train of thought. Just don't feel guilty. We are all struggling right now, and somebody else's struggles don't diminish your own struggles, and somebody else's struggles don't mean that you cannot try to work towards your own happiness. And I have planted the seeds, which I think is a great one to end this on. So this could either mean plant actual seeds, start a garden if that is something that you want to do. I think owning plants, planting plants, going in with nature is always a great thing to do. I think that goes really well with grounding yourself as well. Or it could be plant some seeds for some future things. You are on a journey right now, and this could mean plant some seeds for you to work on later. Yeah, so this pile number 3 is reading for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if it resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. If you want to see more tarot readings or tarot deck flip throughs, if you're into that kind of stuff, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll tune in next time.